Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 yards. Here I come. Here I come. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Silver.
First down, Murray. And this one complete to Smith. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
He was brought down by Adrian Colbert. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 42-yard line.
Pittsburgh. You don't know no better.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray, it's caught. Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
552. Oh, yeah.
Murray to air it out again. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Sanders' kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Hey, Mike, good. I got you.
Allen running the option to the left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Round 80. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. I'm trying to collect.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
3 balls.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kyler Murray. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the gun, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray now to Michel on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch one. Single.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check. Crunch.
Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing on first down is Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second and long. Murray over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And here we go on 4th down with Murray. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And all the way down to the 42. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Montez Sweat getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's out. Undercrush, undercrush. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Now Allen. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And an alley to run. Murray, strong running. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this time, Murray to throw it. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they could put together a decent drive, get a couple of 1st downs, maybe a 3rd one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wade. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Payne. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Allen running the option to the left. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
56.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Kamara trying again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We let go. We own him. Tight dog. Cut up.
And now he'll tuck. Murray fighting. Lost the football. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, pick your game up. No. Off. Wait.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, they go option to the right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, or not be deterred by anything else.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29, the 40, 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
That's right. We can't be stopped.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
57. Mike, 57.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Murray. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Allen. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
53 at the left. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. 53. It's ours.
Allen going to go on fourth down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick pass out to Juju. A gain of 6 there on first.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Allen to throw. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third and 4. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw. Allen sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Mike 57. Let's go. Mike 57. Let's get the ball.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Carolina. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Panthers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts and okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They can't take it to 10. Hey.